Hey everybody, it is Steve with Bearish, and I want to give you guys an update on what's going on with these acrylic cases. The first thing I want to start off by saying is going over the elephant in the room, and that is with these acrylic cases for display boxes. We're talking Welcome to Wraith, Arcane Rising, Monarch, and Crucible of War. The production is done on these boxes. They have been sitting in port ever since May, and from that point, we accounted for a build-in time of expectation of them getting over here to the United States. And most of that came with understanding the bottleneck that was happening in LA and Vancouver, where a lot of these cargo ships were still sitting off port in the ocean, waiting to be unloaded. We did not account for the shipper side of things, where it was coming from, which is actually over in Shenzhen. So, quite like the TCG market, there's also scalpers that are, that scalp and buy spaces on cargo boats and sell them for more money. Now, that, unlike a booster pack or something like that, that you can sell, for $4 retail, and you buy it and you sell it for at the market for $10 a pack. Let's just take that same ratio, and that is what's going on with containers. And it's quite a bit more money than between $4 and $10. We're talking about thousands of dollars of difference. So our container has to sit and wait, because otherwise we would actually be soaking in all those costs, and it would actually cost us money to sell cases at that point in time. So we are expecting the prices of these spaces to come back down, especially when there's no longer a demand at that higher price. And that is as much as I can tell you right now. So our deadline that we had, our estimated time that we were going to expect our cases to be available and for us to ship them to you, has come and went. There is still a chance of the cases arriving in July, maybe at the end of July, but I'm not going to set unreasonable expectations at this point in time. All I can say is that the early bird discount is still available, and we will have to wait a little bit longer. So just buy with confidence. Know that we're here. Know that we're still pursuing other cases at this point in time, and trying to bring you guys the best quality cases to protect your investments for Flesh and Blood. So with that said, let me introduce you to the newest family member of the acrylic case product line that Bearish has to offer to you. A little bit smaller than the acrylic cases for boxes, we are now going to be doing acrylic cases for booster packs individually. And this is many iterations up until this point to get to this design, but this is exactly what we're looking for. It was modeled off of a booster pack for Flesh and Blood. It's going to feature 2 tabs in the back that hold it in place, and it's going to clamshell shut and lock in place with these tabs on the front. Now, the cradle itself, we have the cradle, which is this highlighted piece, and then we have the pane, which is, here, let me just cancel out this, which is this piece up here. This is the pane. And each one of these features a little jut out tab, which makes up the space of where the booster pack flaps are going to go. And it's going to hold the contents within the cradle in the center of the case itself. Cases on the market right now don't have these tabs. They cause a lot of pressure in the bottom of the bottom flap, and it basically moves all the weight to the bottom flap of the pack. And over time, I'm sure that wouldn't be good on the glue marks when all those cards are pushing down the flaps. So we made something to counteract that and to address that issue. This is also going to work for oversized tabs as well, where we have this pocket of space that you can curl the pack tabs around. And I'll show you an example of that right now. We're going to go to our top-down view, and I'm going to show you our first prototype that we ever made for this design. Now, obviously, this is going to be clear like our acrylic cases, but this was made on a 3D printer, so that's why it has like this translucent look to it. Or should I say opaque? Something like that. Either way, it's not see-through, but it will be. This little red line that you see, or brown line, however it's projecting through the camera, is the size of the final case that you're seeing, that you just saw on the other screen. But the cradle itself is very close to the same, and it's going to have a little type of like basin in here that you're going to stick your pack, and then the tabs are going to float over these elevated spaces here. So we'll start off with what we created this off of, which is Flesh and Blood. We'll use a Welcome to Wraith pack, and what we're going to do is load that upside down, and then the pane is going to take these two little tabs on the top, and these tabs are actually going to be a little bit more exaggerated in the final product, and we're just going to close it like that. So now this pack is going to hold this case is going to hold this pack right in place, and you can kind of see it there with the camera, is it's going to hold it right in the center, and not create so much issue with the flaps on both ends having any extra weight on them from the cards. It's going to hold it directly in place and present perfectly for you. So this goes to our True Fit case design, but now that also works for other 15 packs. So that's going to address Arcane Rising. It's also going to address Monarch, but it's also going to take us to our next TCG as well, which is Magic. And that is an exciting opportunity for the success of these cases and the success of Bearish, because now we can say that we offer quality products for other TCGs as well. So there's another 15 card pack in there from Magic the Gathering, another draft pack. This will also work for set packs as well. This will work for promo packs, and it will also work for things with other lesser amount of cards. Let's just say Pokemon. So now the interesting thing about this is that Pokemon, their flaps are a little bit smaller, but that's accounted for with the depth of the basin. The basin's what holds the cards in place. You can see it doesn't shift around much. And then these tabs just sit here. So even though that they're a little bit smaller, they still sit within those jut outs on the pack case itself, and it's going to hold that pack into place. So this will also work for Pokemon. Super excited about this product. And so that was a 10 card pack. It will also work for things like 4 card packs and Japanese packs with the long flaps. But now this one here was our first prototype that did not have those little spaces that I was talking about. I'll show you this again. These guys right here, this pocket, is not included on this prototype that we have, that we built off the 3D printer. But the concept here is that what you can do is put this pack in this case, fold over this top like so, and then to be able to close this pane. And let me just get her just right here, because it is a little bit of a finesse thing. It's going to work a lot better in the final product here. Let me do this again. Set this up here for the clamshell. There it goes. There's a clamshell, and there it's now pushing that right over. So it's going to work for Japanese packs as well, and things with card TCG packs with larger tabs on them. So that is the future of Bearish, at least in the immediacy. In the short term, we are going to be making these pack cases. What we want to do is find out what type of quality these come back first, because these are going to be injection molded. And before we submit these for pre-order to everybody else, we want to make sure that it fits our quality standard before we give you the opportunity to buy them with our confidence stamp of approval on that. So with that said, that is going to be the future. And then beyond this, we have designed carton cases as well. So I don't have an example of that for you at the moment, but we do have carton cases that are being designed for Welcome to Wraith, Arcane Rising, and Monarch, and I'm currently designing the blueprint for Crucible of War and supplementary sets. And that is basically what a lot of people were asking for, cases for cases. We're calling them carton cases because that's what what Legend Story Studios calls them. It's going to be backloaded into the case. Pane will come down, and we're even looking for ways of stacking this product on top of each other as well. So if you have a lot of cases that you want to store, this will give you the opportunity of having a stackable design, so then it won't shift around, it won't fall over, things like that. And one final thing that I want to go over, I know that we had a lot of conversation on hero deck displays and hero decks. Don't mind cicadas out there. It's their 17-year hatch, and they sound like a car alarm, so it's actually much worse over on this side, but if you can hear them, that's what that is. But hero deck displays and hero decks themselves, let me switch over to the top-down view, and I want to show you the difference between a Welcome to Wraith hero deck display and a Monarch Hero Deck display. So this is what we're dealing with, and I'd love to come here and tell you guys straight out that this is in our future. It's not in our near future, let's put it that way, because we do want to offer the entire spectrum of product lines for Flesh and Blood product. But when it comes to these display boxes, for them to go from this size to this size, now we can't make one hero deck display, and furthermore, the hero decks themselves are also different size boxes within the inside of these hero deck displays. So these boxes are different, which kind of puts them at the back burner, and these size boxes are different. We don't have the confidence that we're going to sell 500 hero deck display cases, acrylic cases for these hero deck display boxes. So that's why we don't want to go forward with this, just because of that minimum purchase order that we have to make. And then these, even though they're print to demand and the quantity is going to be there, it's the fact that what happens with the next hero deck displays. Are they this size? Do they make something this size? Do they change it again? We're not sure. So we don't want to go in full-fledged production with this and find out that they're going to change the boxes again. So we got to contact Legend Story Studios about that first, to make sure that that's their dimensions going forward before we offer something as a true fit solution for everybody in the community. So that's one thing I wanted to bring to you guys' attention. Beyond that, let's go ahead and recap. The shipment's delayed. We don't have an ETA on when that's going to be, but that offers the early bird discount to everybody a little bit longer. We have to wait a little bit longer, but you know what? You're getting a quality product out of us, and we really stand by that. We're doing everything that we can to exhaust all options on our end before we give up and just say that we got to wait. Obviously, that's what has to happen in a situation like this, no matter what. But we are being very proactive in terms of trying to find a method to getting these to us as fast as possible at an affordable price, even down to going and looking at other ports over in China to ship them from. The next thing is the pack cases. They are currently in development. They are being, like, the mold is being made for this product. It's been submitted, verified. All the checks went through with the manufacturer. They're confident in the product, and now we just got to see what they look like, at least a prototype, prior to pulling the trigger on that and saying that this is ready for mass manufacturing. But that will be the next step of that. That'll be around a 30-day turnaround. And then following that will be the carton cases. When we verify and approve the mold and the prototype that we get for the pack cases, then we'll feel confident in submitting the carton case design to them. Again, the base set carton case is designed, and that is ready to go. I'm currently designing the supplementary set cartons, and we're trying to find a way of interlocking all of those together. And then the hero deck displays and hero decks are on the far back burner at this point in time. So again, order with confidence with the base set display boxes and supplement set display boxes, the acrylic cases for both of those. You can go to bearishbooks.com, go to the TCG shop, and click on Flesh and Blood, and you'll be able to find them there. We're here to answer any questions. You can put them in the comments below. You can send them over to support@bearishbooks.com. There's many ways to reach us. You can reach me personally as well. Just send me a Facebook direct message and tell me that you, PM'd me. And we'll go from there. Yeah, we encourage dialogue. We encourage communication. And we are an open book when it comes to Bearish, because we are here for you, and that is our mission. So without further ado, look forward to seeing you guys on the next update. And any chance or any updates that we get for you, we will bring them to your attention, especially with this shipment moving forward. So until then, guys, take care, and see you when I see you.